Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I'm here today and I'm setting up a project matrix in my work bullet journal. So a project matrix is something that shows me a list of all the projects that we have and all my team members, and it also helps me understand how much effort each project is so I can assign the work evenly, basically. So if you don't know me, my name is Sarah and I'm a project manager. I have a team in operations reporting to me, and I do work bullet journals, or functional work bullet journal videos on Mondays, and I do functional planning videos on Fridays. And really, I just manage all the things and basically that planning system, and I have a few other little planners that manage some other stuff in my personal life, but for the most part the work bullet journal and my Hobonichi cousin are my main planning system. All right, so this project matrix, what I'm doing here is I'm really just making a grid to completely oversimplify it, but a matrix is great when you need to compare like two things to each other, or like track two things, like how they correlate to each other without using like statistics or how they align with each other. I don't know how to say this simply. So anyhow, I'm using this because I was having a really hard time. Like, I knew what projects I had and my team members had, and we talked about them. And if you haven't been watching, we've been doing brainstorming sessions and all that fun stuff. And we got all the goals now, but now I have to make sure that I distribute the work evenly amongst the group and also relevant to their level and their role, right? So I don't want to give a really advanced project to someone that just started, right? So I want to make sure that it's basically distributed evenly, the workloads. And I was having such a hard time. I had them all listed out, but I'm like, oh, I'll give this one to this person and this one to this person. And then I'm like, but now that person has all the projects and no one else has any. So I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I started to create this matrix. It made me think of doing this matrix. It might be a little extra, but actually I'm really excited about this matrix because now I'll have it for the year and I can refer back to it, and kind of in our weekly, like our bi-weekly one-on-ones, I can say how's this going, blah, 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 blah. And these aren't really my projects. I might mentor some of the team members through their project, some more than others. But this is really going to help me just have a quick look, like how's this project going? How's this project going? How's your approach? Where are you at? Those type of things. And it really just helps me understand. So what I'm going to do, or how I'm going to set this up, is along the top, I am going to put all the list of projects on there. So, we have like a Salesforce and customer experience and, dashboards and all these other like functional processes we do. And I'm going to put those along the top. That will be where the project names are. And then in the very upper left-hand corner, I kind of just assigned a very quick weight to them, or level of effort, if you will. So from a scale of 1 to 3, so it's like easy, medium, hard. I just kept it really simple so I could just get through, like not overcomplicated and really understand. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all the projects along the top pages there. And then I'm going to go back and put a level of effort or weight to them. So 1, 2, 3. Is it easy? Is it hard? I just have the idea of what the project is, but I haven't broken it down into like a project plan yet. So anyhow, so that's what I'm doing along the top. And from there, so those weights will be in there. And we have things like, some of the projects are my projects that I'm using some of the resources I have in order to help me execute those projects. But for the most part, this is just my operations group, what their list is going to be. And then also in that column, I'm going to put a total column. So it's going to have the total number of projects, and then it'll like have a diagonal slash, and then it'll have the level of effort or weight assigned to it. So here I'm just putting in those weights now. So things like we're doing some LinkedIn learnings, which is around customer experience, and I just rated that like a 1. and a Salesforce implementation. So it's going to be a big one. So I'm going to put a 3 in there. Reducing our quote lead time turnaround. So I'm going to put as a 2. Tank, cross-training our sales reps, orders, configurators, things like that. So I just put in different weights. And now down along the left-hand side, that's where I'm going to put the team members' names. And so what I'm doing is so all the team members would be down the left-hand side. And they're really in no particular order. And then I'm going to, in each block or each cell, I'm doing an X saying that they're on this project or leading this project for the most part. They're all leading these projects. And then I'm putting a weight to it. So the very first project would be LinkedIn Learning. And everybody's going to do that because we're all focusing on customer experience. So everybody's getting an X, and I'm rating that as a 1. So it's an X1. So they got 1 project with a easy level of effort. And then the next one is X because everybody's involved. And then 3. So it's going to be a lot harder to do. So I'm going to add up all the X's in each of the rows. And then I'm going to add up all of the weights or level of efforts all the way through. So I have, I think, 14 team members. And I also left some rows because I have some open positions and I'm going to have to fill those. So I have those also just kind of left open there. So it's a little cut off, but you'll see it in a minute. And I was really excited to do this. I use this in situations where if we have multiple brands and if this applies to that brand or not. So there's different ways that you could use this matrix. So this is a great tool to use. So definitely check this out in different ways. So I'll get to the end of this. All right, so now finishing it up, got all my team members in there, and now I'm going through into the last column, and this is where I'm going to put all the totals, and it's really going to show me that it's balanced. Now, I do expect some of these team members to have not a lot more work, but a higher total of projects or weighted projects or a higher level of effort because they're in the more senior level positions in the department. So I do expect to see some employees have that. And I marked this up on a scratch piece of paper. So I have the order of my employees in here. So I did all this out already. But so I'll go in and fill this out after all the video is done. So the first team member, I have that they have 4 projects, and you can see along the top there's 4 X's, and then it's a total weighted effort of 9. So if you add up project 1, 2, that's 4. The third project is an additional 3, so that's 7. And then the next project they have is worth 2, so that's 9. So 4, 9. So I'm going through and I'm just adding them all up. So my second employee's total project is 4 and the weighted is 8. And it makes sense because she's in a lower level role than the other employee. So it kind of makes sense. The next employee is, 4 and a level of 9 for effort. And then I have 5 and 9. 3 and 6. So the first half of the box is the number of projects, and the second part of the box is the total level of effort for their projects to be done. So now when I reflect upon this, I can see I have one employee that has a level of effort of 12. I have a couple that are in a level of effort of 10. And those are, and it works out well because those are my team members that are at more advanced levels of their role. So I feel that this was very worthwhile. And I did have to tweak this a lot. So there was a scratch paper I was using to kept moving the projects around and make sure they're relevant for each of the team members. So that's it. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and you may want to check out the next 2 videos. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.